Odd changes, even stays the same. What absurd rumors have reached the imperial presence? You have truly lost your mind. Your Majesty, please calm your wrath. Shen, take him to the Prime Minister's residence immediately. My dear daughter, Daddy has finally found you, my child. It was this little bastard who just said he would divorce you. Daddy will issue an imperial decree at once to have his entire clan executed. Bauer, you have suffered so much. These past 6 months since Daddy transmigrated here, I have sent guards everywhere to search for you. I was even prepared to overturn this wretched empire if anything happened to you. And to think you were right under my nose the whole time. Daddy, I transmigrated into a complete pushover. I had to eat rancid food at the Marquis Manor every day. They even made me follow their rules and forbade me from eating meat. You beast, why your majesty, I believe you have mistaken me for someone else. His name is Shen Nian. Her parents from the Iwang clan have long since perished. She is nothing but a helpless orphan. Witch? I'll show you a witch, you old hag. Underground Western Rock. Open your dog eyes and look clearly. She is my eldest legitimate daughter who has been living among the people. She is the most noble princess of our great chi. Who do you think you are, to dare speak of divorcing her? The person I have despised for 3 years turns out to be the emperor's only daughter. Your Majesty, I did not know. I truly did not know. Then I shall make you clear-headed right now. Imperial subject, give the order at once. This servant is here. Please, your Majesty, give your command. Shen Yan is my long-lost, beloved daughter. As of today, her royal status is restored. She is granted the imperial surname and titled Princess Regent of the realm. Bestow upon her the 9 phoenix imperial robes, enjoying the wealth of the Son of Heaven, treating the sovereign with such disrespect. Whoever dares to show the slightest disrespect to the crown princess shall be executed without mercy. Your Majesty, this matter is no child's play. There is no precedent for a woman just recovered from the commoners to be directly enfeoffed as the crown princess. If the Empress Dowager feels the wind in this hall is too strong for your tongue, you had best return to Sinaying Palace to live out your years in peace. This empire is mine, I shall bequeath it to whom I please. Even if I give it to a dog, it is not for others to interfere. Bao, tell father, in these years, in this wretched Marquis mansion, how much of your dowry did they take? The 100,000 taels of silver I brought with me were all taken by Gu Qingse to fill the deficits of the Marquis mansion. Even the pure gold and kingfisher jewelry my own mother left me were snatched away by him and given to Lin Wanyue as a token of their love. That green tea bitch, wearing my daughter's jewelry. Get over here. Your Majesty, please hear your subject. I did not know that was the memento of Her Highness's birth mother. The Marquis forced it upon me. I am innocent, Your Majesty, truly innocent. You, shameless woman, flaunting yourself with other people's money. You dare to talk back. Hear my decree. Gu Chunza, Marquis of Yangon, has acted with unbridled audacity. The 3 million taels of silver from the Hanwu town inner circle. Your Majesty, I am wronged. Your subject only took 100,000 taels. Where would 3 million taels come from? That 100,000 was just the principal. My daughter has been bullied by your Marquis manor for 3 years. Does that not require compensation for emotional distress? She was neither well-fed nor well-clothed. Does that not require compensation for nutritional loss? Lin Wanyue wore my daughter's jewelry. Does that not require depreciation and usage fees? 3 million taels is my final price. It is already an act of mercy from us. I've even given you a 20% discount. Jinyui, heed my command. Your servant is here. I shall seal the Marquis of Yongan's residence at once. Confiscate everything in his estate for me. Scour every inch of the grounds. Anything of value, even the bronze door knockers on the main gate must be pried off. If anyone dares to hide so much as a single coin, execute the men immediately. Send the women to the office of music. Oh, my goodness, I'm absolutely exhausted. This ridiculous hat feels like it's weighing down a cannonball. My cervical spondylosis is about to flare up. Dad, you really play the emperor quite majestically. That display of imperial authority just now was truly domineering. Why has my precious daughter become so thin with a pointed chin? Back in the modern world, you were always harping on about losing weight. Dad made all sorts of nutritious meals for you. And yet, we ended up in this wretched place. I can't believe that scumbag starved you until you're this thin. If I had known, I should have just drowned that little brat back there. No, Dad, killing him outright is letting him off too easy. I want him to watch helplessly as everything he cares about, his prestige and status, are all trampled beneath my feet. Killing someone is no fun unless you destroy their heart. That's my girl. You've truly inherited my legacy. Hungry? Dad will fix you something delicious. Dad, you're having hot pot in the imperial study. Why not? The food in this ancient era doesn't have a lick of chili in it. My mouth has gone completely numb from the blandness. It took me so much effort to recreate this soup base. Sit down, let's eat while it's hot. Dad, how did you become the emperor after transmigrating here? Don't ask. After we got into that car accident, I opened my eyes and found myself on this dragon bed. The original owner was a tyrant who had just ascended the throne and was poisoned to death by a eunuch. Your father had to use the same ruthlessness I used back when acquiring business rivals. Those who follow me shall prosper, those who oppose me shall perish. I executed corrupt officials every single day, which finally kept those old foxes in check. But even with power and wealth, the thought of you being missing felt like knives tearing at my heart. I lost my temper every day, but it was just anxiety because I couldn't find you. Well, it's all good now. We have finally reunited, daughter. Now, it is time to settle the score with the Marquis of Yungan's estate. Daughter, how would you like to play this? Shall we hang them on the wall to air dry? Or throw them into the snake pit to be fed to the serpents? Ha! Tomorrow, I will personally go to ransack the Marquis of Yungan's estate. I want them to know what it means to leave nothing behind. For these past 3 years, I always walk with my head bowed in the Marquis of Yungan's estate, wearing coarse rags, eating leftovers. From this day forward, I will take back everything I have lost. Your Highness, the carriage is ready. 500 genie guards are waiting for orders outside the palace gate. Look at this spectacle. So this is the newly ennobled imperial crown princess. I hear she is a daughter of royal blood who was lost long ago. What immense good fortune. Her Highness arrives. Shen Yan, you wretched girl. How dare you impersonate the imperial lineage? You dare bring traitors into my marquee manor. Beat them. Drive them all out. Attack. Quickly, set fire to this banner. And do not let this bitch off lightly. Ah! Impossible. Absolutely impossible. How did you know I would set a fire? There is nothing within this marquee manor that escapes my knowledge. Old madam, arson is a crime punishable by the extermination of one's entire clan. For the sake of your own selfish desires, are you willing to let all 172 members of the Gu family be buried with you? Is this still the same Shen Yan, whom I could mold and bully at will? It's you. It's all because of you, you jinx. If not for you, how could the Gu family have fallen to this state? How could Chingsa have been harmed like this by you? Take him aside and keep a close watch on him. Do not let him do anything foolish again. Shen Yan, you jinx, you will meet a miserable end. Shen Yan. Don't be so smug. His Majesty has only mistaken you for someone else. Once he discovers you are a fake, he will surely cast you into the celestial dungeon and execute you at the spirit pool. In the past, if I even dared to look up at him, I would be scolded for not knowing my place. But now, Guchungsa can only lie here, using these feeble words to hide his incompetence. That was the only memento my body's mother left for me. Please keep this hairpin safe. This is mother's final wish. Go. Remove the hairpin from his head. Miss Lin, please remove your hairpin. Your Highness, this is a token of love given to me by my cousin. It does not belong to you. I beg you, have mercy. Please, give it back to me. Cousin, please, say something. You were the one who personally placed this hairpin in my hair. You said you would stay by my side for a lifetime. Shen Yan, this hairpin was a gift I gave to Wan Yue. It belongs to her now. Do not go too far. Too far, Guchungza. You took something of mine to give to your mistress, and now you dare call me excessive. On the inner stem of this hairpin, the character Shen is engraved. It is the abbreviation of my mother's maiden name. Do you dare to remove the hairpin and let everyone see for themselves? Impossible. It is impossible for there to be any such engraving. Your Highness, you must have remembered incorrectly. Is that so? What else do you have to say for yourself now? Mother, I have finally retrieved it. Go to Lin Wan US courtyard, take everything that belongs to me. Bring back every single item, not one less. Do not touch that. This is my bed. It was custom made for me by cousin. You are not allowed to move it. Your bed. This bed is crafted from thousand-year-old golden Nanmu wood. Among my mother's dowry from back then, there was exactly such a bed. The Shen family crest is carved beneath the bed frame. If you don't believe it, feel free to lift it and see. No, this is impossible. This is mine. It is clearly mine. Gu Chungsha kept insisting that I am a destitute maiden who secretly gave away my entire dowry of 100,000 taels of silver to this glorious house of eternal prestige. Load all these items onto the carriages and return them to the imperial palace. Your humble servant. Greetings, Your Imperial Highness. What is it? Your Highness, this old servant has served in the Marquis' estate for 30 years, and I truly can no longer bear it. These are the records of Gu Chungsha's private graft and bribery over the years, and his forcible seizure of commoners' land, and every single ledger entry of him misappropriating your 100,000 taels of dowry to cover his financial deficits. I have recorded them all here. Also, 3 years ago, old Madame Gu secretly sold the dwelling in the Fuchin Mountains, painting left to you by your mother, and obtained 5,000 taels for it. You bought jewelry for Lin Wanyue with it all. Gu Chungsha, old Madame Gu, it was one thing for you to embezzle my dowry, but how could you even covet my mother's only legacy? This old servant has failed you. Watching you suffer all these years, I was too terrified of Gu Chungsha's retaliation, so I kept my head down and dared not speak. Gu Chungsha is no human. He used his noble status to collude with salt merchants and smuggle salt. Those merchants who refused to comply were all ruined by him, their families destroyed. Outside the city, hundreds of farmers had their land seized by him and were left to starve to death. I had thought Gu Chungsha was merely a shameless man who favored his concubine over his wife. I never imagined he would collude with salt merchants and take lives at will. That you are willing to stand up and speak the truth is already no small feat. You have endured much hardship these years, rest assured. As long as you tell me the truth, I will not treat you unfairly in the future. Thank you, Your Highness. Every word this servant says is the truth. If I utter even half a lie, may the heavens strike me down. Your Highness, Gu Chungsha keeps everything shameful, hidden in a secret chamber within his study. This servant will take you there. Secret chamber. Ah. All of this is what Gu Chungsha has extorted over the years, names and titles. Relying on his status as a marquis, he accepted bribes and evaded taxes. In just 3 short years, he amassed this much wealth. Your Highness, this is private salt. Gu Chungsha privately minted seals and forged private salt, colluding with salt merchants to smuggle, in order to reap huge profits. Merchants who refused to cooperate were all framed by him and had their properties seized or were imprisoned. Some were even forced into prostitution. 3 years ago, you discovered this by chance and intended to report it, but were locked in the woodshed by him and old Madame Gu. You were starved for 3 full days and nights. So the fear and anger remaining in this body were caused by those 3 days of despair. Keep all these incriminating documents safe. Bring them back to the palace and present them to His Majesty. Gu Chengza, what you owe me, and what you owe the commoners you harmed, I will make you pay it back, bit by bit. Steward Gu, if there is anything else, feel free to speak. Your Highness, this old servant has one more thing to say. I have kept it hidden in my heart for 3 whole years. Aside from Gu Chengsa and Lin Wanyue, I am the only person in this world who knows about it. This feeling, it is the fear lingering in this body. What was the original owner afraid of? The night before the official examination 3 years ago, I passed by Gu Chengsa's study, old servant. I heard them discussing how to deal with you. At the Empress Dowager's birthday banquet, I will publicly request to divorce that slut. Then I will find a human trafficker and sell him to the most remote labor camp in the Northwest. He shall never return in this lifetime. Once he is gone, I can marry in with great honor and become the sole legitimate madam of the Marquis of Yong'an's estate. Why are you here, elder sister? I apologize for my offense just now. I have prepared a cup of calming tea for you as an apology. There was something wrong with that tea, wasn't there? It was you who fainted right after drinking it. They claimed to the public that you had caught a chill. But this old servant knows that your body was burning with fever that day. You didn't wake up until the next morning. But ever since you woke up that day, you have been like a different person. All your former timidity is gone. You have become cold and unyielding. No wonder the original master didn't die of illness. He was murdered by them that night. I am here now to claim his life in return. This old servant deserves to die for my sins. I watched you suffer, but because I feared Gu Chengsa's retaliation, I never dared to speak up. This is not your fault. You were already very brave to tell the truth. Gu Chengsa, Lin Wanyu. What you owe me. I will collect it all with interest. Let us go. Return to the palace. Yes, yes, what is happening outside? Your Highness, there are dozens of commoners kneeling outside the gates. They are holding petitions. They say they are here to report Gu Chengsa. Open the gates and let them in. Your Highness, the Imperial Crown Princess, please grant us justice. Gu Chengsa is no human. He seized our land and took our lives. Your Highness, my son. Just because he mentioned Gu Chengsa's smuggling in a tea house, he had his legs broken by him. He is now at home waiting for death. And Gu Chengsa forcefully occupied 3 acres of my family's fertile land. When my father went to reason with him, he was beaten to death. She had just turned 18 and was forcibly dragged into his manor. Because she refused to submit, she was cast into a place where she sees no daylight. His life hangs in the balance now. I thought he was merely harsh towards me. I never expected that he had actually inhaled the venomous insects fed on Mingxi and Minggao. Everyone, please rise. I am already aware of the matters you have spoken of. I give you my word. I will thoroughly investigate this affair, and I shall uphold justice for you all. Everything that rightfully belongs to you, I, Shen Yan, shall return to every one of you. Thank you, Your Highness. Long live your Highness. Please, rise quickly. Issue my order. Command all officials of the Jin Shaoyin office to assemble at the Marquis of Yong'an's manor within half an hour. Also, send word to Commander Lu Sheng. Dispatch another 200 Jinui guards here to assist in handling the case at the Marquis' manor. By your command, these are ironclad proofs of Gu Qing's forced seizure of civilian land and the harm he has caused to the innocent. I command you to verify these immediately. Within 3 days, resolve the case, return the land, and ransom every woman who was sold. As for the severely injured civilians, allocate pension funds from the confiscated assets of the Marquis' estate. Should there be any negligence, you alone shall be held accountable. Your subject obeys the decree. I dare not show the slightest negligence. The truth is, the Bodhisattva is a living savior. Long live Princess Feng Manyu, may you live for 1,000 years. I once thought power was a blade for revenge. Only now do I realize. Power is even more a shield to protect the people. Everyone, return home now. As long as I am here, I will never let anyone bully you ever again. What a tragedy, what a complete tragedy. A century of the Gu family's legacy. Destroyed in an instant. Haha. Haha. Gu Zhong. Within this Marquis estate, who else has been aiding and abetting Gu Qingsa and oppressing the common people? Your Highness, it is these few. They are Gu Qingsa's personal lackeys. They run wild, extorting and blackmailing others, committing every wicked deed imaginable. They were the ones who broke old man Shang's son's leg last time. Spare our lives, Your Highness. We were all forced by the Marquis. Forced. When the common folk you brutally beat and robbed beg for mercy. Why didn't you consider that they were coerced? Bind them all and hand them over to Jin Shaoyin. Punish them severely according to the Great Qi laws. Show no leniency. Gu Qingsa. Everything today is your own doing. You owe me. You owe those commoners. You owe those who offered aid. This is only the beginning. I will not let you die so easily. I will keep you alive. So you can watch with your own eyes, as everything you hold dear turns to nothing, bit by bit. Has everything been loaded onto the carts? Reporting to Your Highness, all is loaded. We are ready to depart for the palace at any time. You must be exhausted, Bauer. Did anyone dare to give you trouble? I'm fine, Father. This was found in Gu Qing's secret chamber. Evidence of colluding with salt merchants, smuggling, and seizing commoners' land is all here. There is also the petition from the Gu clan shrine and the joint appeal from the commoners. The scoundrel. Truly a scoundrel. I thought he only favored his concubine over his wife. I never imagined he was such a heinous beast. Li Quan. Convey my imperial decree. Order the Minister of Justice to enter the palace immediately. All officials implicated in the Gu case are to be dismissed from their posts and investigated. It matters not who they are, nor how high their rank. Not a single one shall be spared. Gentlemen, Gu Qingsa has fallen. Our days will not be easy either. His Majesty is conducting a thorough investigation. If it leads to us, the consequences will be unimaginable. Do not blame Shen Yan. Had he not returned to claim his lineage, Gu Qingsa would not have fallen. He is a jinx. We cannot sit and wait for our doom. Since he is heartless, do not blame us for being unrighteous. We shall join the minister to impeach Shen Yan. We will claim he went too far in the house raid, sparing not even the dog's bowls, with the Imperial Household Department as backing, and accusing him of letting his servants beat old Madame Gu. He is unfilial. Good, His Majesty values imperial dignity above all. As long as we make a scene, we can certainly have him stripped of his position as Crown Prince. Let it be done. We will submit a joint memorial at tomorrow's morning court. Your Majesty, Wang Yushe and the others are conspiring, preparing to jointly impeach the Crown Prince at tomorrow's morning court. Very good. I was just fretting over not finding an opportunity to wipe out all these rats hiding in the shadows at once. Bauer, come in. Dad, are you secretly cooking hot pot in the Imperial study again? I didn't know. You must be exhausted from running around all day. Sit down quickly. Try it. This is definitely the taste of our hometown. Eat slowly, no one is going to snatch it from you. It's all Dad's fault. If I had found you sooner, you wouldn't have had to suffer for those 3 years. Bauer, do you know? In the modern world, Dad started from scratch. Back then, I went to the south with only 300 yuan in my pocket. I slept under overpasses, ate expired noodles, and was cheated into bankruptcy by my business partner. I thought about jumping into the river several times. I fought with my life to give you a good life. Yet I missed your entire upbringing. I never even attended your parent-teacher meetings. I missed your 10th birthday. Your father didn't even make it to your surgery. Dad has failed you more than anyone else in this life. That's why I transmigrated here to become emperor. I care nothing for this empire or being a wise ruler. All I want is to find you again, and make up for everything I owe you. Dad, I have never blamed you. I know you did it all for me. Being together now is better than anything else. Good, let's not speak of these unhappy things. Eat some meat. Let Dad make up for all the weight you lost these past 3 years. From now on, with Dad here, no one will ever be allowed to bully you again. If you have a petition, present it now. If not, the court is dismissed. Bang! Your Majesty, your subject has a petition to present. Speak. Yesterday, the Crown Princess raided the Marquis of Yong'an's estate with reckless tyranny. She has utterly disregarded imperial dignity. When the Crown Princess raided the Marquis's estate, she did not even spare the common household utensils. It is a total disgrace to her status. Furthermore, she indulged her subordinates in assaulting the elderly matriarch. Being neither filial nor righteous, how can she shoulder such a great responsibility? Your subject implores your Majesty to revoke the decree and strip Shen Yan of her title as Crown Princess. Appoint a virtuous successor to appease the hearts of the people. We all implore your Majesty to strip her of the Crown Princess title. You just said the Crown Princess lacks imperial dignity. That the Crown Princess raided the house and didn't even spare the dog's bowl, and that it would make the world ridicule our imperial family. Then let me ask you. Guchengda colluded with merchants to smuggle goods for illicit profits, driving commoners to ruin and death. Why do you not speak of that? Those are two different matters. They are not. He forcibly seized land and drove the people to their deaths. Why do you not mention him selling innocent women into brothels? He embezzled 100,000 taels from the Crown Princess's dowry. He even sold the relics of the Crown Princess's late mother. Why do you not speak of these things? You draw a salary from the imperial court, yet you speak for a beast instead of for the suffering people. What is your true intention? I tell you all now. Gucheng has committed a heinous crime. It is already an act of imperial clemency that I have not executed his entire clan. Should anyone dare to speak another word for him, or show the slightest disrespect toward the crown princess, do not blame me for being merciless. Your Majesty, I am a censor. It is my duty to oversee the officials. I am merely performing my duty to submit a petition. Wherein lies my crime? You cannot punish me simply because you are biased toward the crown princess. Memorializing with a giant stone. What a memorial with a giant stone. Lu Zheng. Take your men to censor Wang Yusher's manor and conduct a thorough search. Especially any and all correspondence and ledgers between him and Gu Chengza. Not a single scrap of paper or word must be missed. Chen, acknowledge the order. Your Majesty, I have seized 5,000 taels of gold from censor Wang Yusher's manor, 100,000 taels of silver, and over 30 letters exchanged between him and Gu Chengza. These letters clearly document that the censor repeatedly accepted bribes and provided protection for Gu Chengza's salt smuggling. Now, what else do you have to say for yourself? Using the imperial favor I granted you to act as a shield for corrupt officials. Do you even deserve to be a censor? Hear my decree. Censor Wang Yusher has perverted the law for personal gain and colluded with traitors. He is hereby stripped of his rank, his assets confiscated, and his entire family exiled to Ningguda. Your Majesty, spare my life. We were foolish and deceived by Wang Yusher. We beg for your Majesty's grace, spare us this one time. Considering you were merely accomplices, I shall spare your lives. Your salaries will be suspended for half a year. Go home and reflect on your mistakes behind closed doors. For half a year, if anyone dares to spout nonsense again, you will share the same fate as Censor Wang. We thank your Majesty for your boundless grace. We thank your Majesty for your boundless grace. I shall make myself clear today. Shen Yan is my only daughter. She is the imperial crown princess, the protector of Great Qi, and she is the future sovereign of Great Qi. If anyone dares to show her the slightest disrespect, whoever dares to touch a single hair on his head, I will have their entire clan buried with him. We obey your decree. Long live the Emperor, long live 1,000 years. Have you heard? Censor Wang's manor has been raided. His whole family is being exiled to Ningguda. Hurry, the tide is turning in the capital. Your Majesty, Empress Dowager, you must uphold justice for us. For the sake of a common woman, His Majesty has disregarded the law. Censor Wang was loyal and devoted. Just for speaking the truth, he has suffered the ruin of his family. I know you all have been wrong. But in His Majesty's eyes, there is only that Shen Yan. Even I cannot dissuade him. Empress Dowager, how can a woman inherit the throne? This will surely destroy our great Qi dynasty. As long as you are willing to join forces with the princess of the imperial clan to pressure His Majesty will have to compromise. That makes sense. Go notify Prince Jing, and tell Prince Ning and Prince Zhao to come see me secretly tonight. The Empress Dowager summoned us in the middle of the night. I wonder for what reason. The three princes. I have summoned you all for the sake of the great Qi Empire's future. A woman ascending the throne has never happened in all of history. If we allow Shen Yan to succeed the throne, how shall we face our ancestors? The Empress Dowager is right. I have long wished to petition for his deposition. My own strength is meager, but if you work in unity, we shall strike together at the morning court in 3 days. We will force His Majesty to appoint a virtuous prince as the successor. Very well, we shall do as the Empress Dowager says. Your Majesty, Your Highness, the Empress Dowager summoned Prince Jing tonight, along with Prince Ning and Prince Zhao. I see. They are plotting to join forces at the morning court in 3 days, and demand the deposition of the crown princess. Father, Prince Jing holds command over 30,000 troops of the Imperial Guard. Prince Ning and Prince Zhao also possess their own private fief armies. If they are truly driven to desperate measures, I fear it will cause turmoil in the imperial court and implicate the innocent people. My precious Bower is as thoughtful as ever. But rest assured, I have long foreseen that this day would come, and have made preparations in advance. Among Prince Jing's imperial guard, how many are our men? Your Majesty, one-third of the generals were promoted by this subject personally. They are absolutely loyal. Furthermore, as you instructed, 20,000 elite Jinui have been secretly moved, stationed on the outskirts of the capital, ready to enter the city at any moment. Since they intend to strike during the morning court session in 3 days, then we shall grant them that opportunity. Father, do you mean to play along with their scheme? Spread the word first thing tomorrow morning, claiming that I have caught a cold and that the morning court session in 3 days is cancelled. At the same time, have Li Quan purposely speak in front of the Ci Ning Palace spies, saying that I intend to take you to the suburban palace for recovery the day after tomorrow, accompanied by only a small guard. This way, they will think the palace defenses are weak and seize the chance to launch their rebellion. Precisely. Once they fall into our trap, we shall round them all up within the palace. However, we cannot exterminate the imperial clan entirely. Those law-abiding imperial kinsmen must be spared. Otherwise, it will incite panic. It would not be conducive to stability. Well said, I surely did not teach you in vain. I leave this matter to you. Here is a list of the innocent. See that they are pacified afterward. I shall draft the list this very night. Your Majesty, your subject will go now to cast the net. I guarantee not a single rebel shall escape. Go, and remember, try to avoid any unnecessary casualties. As long as they surrender, spare their lives. Your subject obeys the decree. Father, your hard work is appreciated. It is no hardship, as long as I can clear all obstacles for you, and ensure you rule as emperor in peace. Everything I do is worth it. In 3 days, let this farce come to an end once and for all. Your Majesty, you have been busy for 6 hours. Please take a rest. The imperial physician said, your imperial health cannot withstand late nights. You must recuperate. I wish to rest as well. But with so many memorials, and so much mess to deal with, if I don't handle it, who will? Li Quan. Do you think I want to be this tyrant? The day I first transmigrated here, the original owner had been poisoned by a eunuch. The moment I opened my eyes, the entire imperial court wanted me dead. The Empress Dowager exerting her influence, the royal clan raising private armies, and corrupt officials forming factions. If I were to show any softness, they would have turned to dust long ago. Therefore, I have no choice but to take up my blade. If one life isn't enough, then I take 10. Only by slaughtering until they tremble in fear can this realm finally be secure. Others call me a cold-blooded killer, yet they do not know that I cannot sleep a wink each night. I am but an ordinary man, too. I also wish to keep my hands clean, but for Bauer to survive, I have no choice. Your Majesty. Father, why are you coughing again? Have you been staying up late again? It is nothing, I just caught a chill. Father, drink some soothing soup. My dear Bauer is always so thoughtful. Father, please stop pushing yourself so hard. From now on, let me help you with whatever needs doing. Once the imperial clan is dealt with, Father will entrust all state affairs to you. Take a good rest. You must sleep after finishing the soup. No more staying up late. I know. Go back to the Eastern Palace and rest quickly. Your Majesty. It is nothing. The city lord must hold on until the empire is fully handed over to Bauer. Where is His Majesty? Why has the morning court not begun? Reporting to your highness, His Majesty has caught a cold. Today's morning court has been cancelled. We are preparing to take the crown princess to the imperial villa for recovery. Humph. Recovery? I think he is just feeling guilty. A wild girl from the commoners is hardly fit to be the crown princess. This is clearly a violation of our ancestors' rules. The Empress Dowager is virtuous and highly respected. Today, we ask the Empress Dowager to uphold justice. Your Majesty, please depose Shen Yan and appoint a new crown prince. My esteemed ministers, Your Majesty has defied the ancestral decrees. The world is rife with criticism. If the design of the Great Qi banner is not corrected, it will be a disgrace. We ask the Empress Dowager to uphold justice, depose the crown prince, and appoint a new one. I was not aware that the empire of the Great Qi had reached a point where it is now up to the Empress Dowager and several princes to decide its fate. Your Majesty, the Empress Dowager only wished to discuss this with you. Barging into the palace with so many people to force my hand, is this what you call a discussion? I am the law. Whatever I say goes. Let me see who dares to move. Your Majesty, these are all the proofs of the conspiracy between the Empress Dowager, Prince Jing, Prince Ning, and Prince Xiao. The correspondence revealing your true intentions. The testimonies of the bribed generals, both human and material evidence are here. Empress Dowager, what else do you have to say? Ah. No, this is not true. They were forged. Forged? Then ask Prince Jing beside you. Were these letters written by his own hand? And you, Prince Jing? Did you think you could force a coup just by holding 30,000 troops? Half a year ago, I already replaced your men. The troops you just tried to mobilize are currently stationed outside the palace, waiting to arrest your accomplices. Impossible. This is impossible. Under my rule, there's nothing I cannot do. I have been waiting for this. Waiting for you to reveal yourselves. Your Majesty, spare our lives. We were led astray. I beg your Majesty for mercy. Proclaim my decree. The Empress Dowager intended to commit treason. Effective immediately, she is confined to Sining Palace for the rest of her life, never to step foot outside. Prince Jing and Prince Ning. Prince Zhao is stripped of his title. Revoke their military command. Ruan Jin, enter the state. All officials involved with the Emperor's authorization are to be dismissed and investigated. I finally understand why Father chose to be this tyrant. Only by being sufficiently ruthless can one hold their position and protect those they wish to protect. I shall say this one last time. Shen Yan is my sole successor, the future Emperor of the Great Qi. If anyone dares to show him even the slightest disrespect, then do not blame us for being impolite. We obey your decree. Long live the crown princess, may you live for 1,000 years. 1-2-3-4, 2-2-3-4, hehe. Your Majesty. Lu Zheng, you are here so early, what is the matter? Reporting to your Majesty, a dispatch from the frontier. Small bands of Dayton cavalry have been harassing our borders. They have already been repelled. I see. I am merely strengthening my body. After all, one's health is the foundation of everything. Humph, your Majesty is wise. Dad, what kind of supreme martial art are you practicing? It looks quite interesting. What are you laughing at? This is called an aerobics routine. Everyone in the modern world does it. It prevents cervical spondylosis. Got it, Dad. I had the Imperial Kitchen prepare your favorite crab roe buns. They are fresh out of the steamer. Eat them while they're hot. Yet my precious one is still absent. Your Majesty, Your Highness, if there is nothing else, I shall take my leave. Go. Keep a close watch on the affairs at the border. Report to me immediately if there is any news. Father, since these exercises are so beneficial, why not have the palace maids and eunuchs practice them as well? If they are in better health, they will have more energy to work. A fine idea. Let it be done. Tomorrow morning, have all palace maids and eunuchs who are off duty gather here. I shall teach them myself. What is it? Father, look at this memorial. In Jiangnan, a woman's husband passed away. Her in-laws intend to sell her to an old bachelor for a bride price. He refused. He was nearly beaten to death. This is outrageous. What era do you think this is? Can such things still happen? In ancient times, women had no independent status. They could neither study nor hold office. They could only depend on men. Father, I want to establish a system of female officials to select talented women to serve in the imperial court, so they no longer have to depend on men to survive. Good. You are truly the daughter of the Shen family. In the modern world, women hold up half the sky. In the past, there was Hua Mulan. Today, there is you, the crown princess. Why shouldn't women hold office in the future? But, I fear the conservative ministers will use ancestral traditions to oppose me. Humph. Oppose? This empire of the great Qi is mine. What I say goes. Rules are made by men. They can be changed if it benefits the state. Relay my imperial decree. Order Li Bu to draft the regulations for selecting female officials immediately, regardless of their status or birth. As long as they are literate and talented, all may serve as officials in the court. They shall be treated equally to male officials. Father, thank you. You silly girl, whatever you wish to do. Father will always support you. A woman entering the imperial court is simply unheard of. The world will fall into chaos. Our ancestors taught that a woman's duty is to serve her husband and raise children. How can she show her face in public and handle state affairs alongside men? He must have been bewitched by that Shen Yan. I will never allow such an absurdity to happen. Send the message out. Tomorrow at the morning court, unite all our colleagues, regardless of rank, to force your majesty to retract the decree. Your Majesty, your subject has a memorial to present. Your subject implores your Majesty to retract the decree. Abolish the female official system. A woman's lack of talent is a virtue. This is the wisdom passed down by our ancestors. Yet now, your Majesty wishes for women to enter the court and deliberate on state affairs alongside men. This is simply against the natural order. It disrupts our established ethics and principles. Indeed, your Majesty, if this precedent is set, women across the realm will follow suit, who will remain at home to bear and raise children. If this continues for long, the nation will cease to be a nation. Women may be meticulous, but they lack a sense of the big picture. Allowing them to hold office will only harm the nation and its people. It will make us the laughingstock of the world. Your subjects implore your Majesty to retract this decree. Oh, state your reasons. You lords claim that the institution must not be abandoned. Then I must ask, who established these institutions? If those before us could establish them, why can we not amend them? As long as it benefits the country and the people, it must be done. In history, Hua Mulan took her father's place in the army, and Muguiying led the troops to war. Are they not far superior to those cowardly men, who are mere deadwood and parasites? You lords claim that women cannot handle great affairs. Yet was it not men who conspired with salt merchants and forcibly seized the people's lands? Is this your vision for the greater good? Censor Wang accepted bribes and shielded traitors, and he is a man. Is this what you call being capable of handling state affairs? Your Majesty, I would rather die than witness such absurdity. If your Majesty insists on pushing this through, I shall strike my head against the pillars of the Taiji Hall and die today, to prove my conviction with my death. Stop him. My mind is made up. The system of female officials must be implemented. As for whoever opposes it, it will not be as simple as just resigning from office. Minister of Rights, in consideration of your years of service to the late emperor, go home and reflect on your actions for 3 months. Think carefully whether ancestral traditions are more important, or the people of the world. Take him away. Does anyone else have an objection? The Ministry of Rights shall draft the regulations immediately. Post the notice in 3 days' time. Conduct a nationwide selection. The tide is receding. Women are now allowed to hold office. I wish to sign up as well. This day has finally come. What is your name? Commoner Su Qingye pays her respects to your highness. No need for such formalities. Focus on your test. Your highness, this question is quite difficult. Do not rush, think it through slowly. Su Qingwei, in your paper, you proposed the promotion of high-yield crops and the construction of water conservancy projects. Tell me your specific thoughts on this. Your highness, this humble one was born to a farming family and understands the hardships of the people. If we promote corn and potatoes while building water works and reduce the tax burden, the people will have enough to eat. Naturally, no one will rebel. Very well, you are accepted. Report to the Ministry of Revenue tomorrow. Your subject thanks your highness, I shall not fail your trust. Lu Ruyan, you are well versed in the laws. In your opinion, regarding our current laws, what is most unfair to women? It is that women lack an independent status. A husband may discard his wife at will, yet a wife cannot initiate a divorce. A husband's family may beat or scold her, but the woman has nowhere to seek justice. Your subject wishes to amend the laws to protect all women. Well said. You are accepted. Report to the Ministry of Justice tomorrow. Thank you, Your Highness. Even if I am crushed to pieces, I will seek justice for all women in the world. You are able to stand here today, not because of your birth, nor because of any man, but because of your own talent. From tomorrow onwards, you shall be the first cohort of female officials of the Great Banner. Remember your original aspiration, to seek prosperity for the people, and to bring glory to women throughout the realm. We obey your decree. We shall not fail your highness's trust. Commerce is now flourishing. Yet gold and silver are heavy, making it highly inconvenient for merchants to travel. It is our will to establish a royal bank and issue paper currency to circulate in place of gold and silver. Your Majesty, you must not. The previous dynasty's paper currency led to hyperinflation due to overissuance, leaving the common people in ruin. The lessons of the past are still vivid. How can Your Majesty repeat their mistakes? Indeed, Your Majesty, paper money is nothing but a mere scrap of paper. How could the people approve without real value? Once it fails, we shall surely lose the support of the people. You ministers only see the chaos of the former dynasty, yet fail to see it failed due to unrestrained overprinting. What we must do is establish a sound reserve system. To put it simply, the royal bank will hold sufficient gold and silver in reserve. The people may exchange their paper money for gold and silver at any time. We shall not print a single note more than necessary. It is convenient. A string of paper currency is 100 times lighter than copper coins. With merchants and travelers safe, commerce will flourish, and tax revenue will increase accordingly. Your Majesty, your current promotion of female officials and paper currency violates every established order. How will the people and the princess of the clan view you? Everything I do is for the sake of the great Chi. If the established order hinders the nation's development, what does it matter if I change it? I shall not force any of you. We shall launch a 3-month pilot in the capital first. If it fails after 3 months, I shall abolish it immediately, and never speak of it again. Very well, since Your Majesty has said so, we shall obey the decree. If it fails, I implore Your Majesty to keep your promise, and revoke the order. My word is as gold. The Ministry of Revenue shall begin preparations at once. It shall open in 3 days. Just wait and see. Within a month, the paper money will surely become worthless scraps. Humph, when that time comes, I wonder how His Majesty and that Shen Yan will have the face-to-face. The people of this realm, Father, they are all waiting to see us make a fool of ourselves. Rest assured, your father has weathered many economic storms in the modern world. A trivial matter like this cannot stump me. I guarantee they will be convinced within 3 months. What is this imperial bank for, anyway? I heard they exchange real gold and silver for paper. They say one sheet of paper is worth a string of cash. Who would believe that? Exactly. What if we deposit our silver and they run off with it? If I took that paper home, it would be too stiff even for wallpaper. I am not exchanging mine. Shopkeeper, how much for this bolt of fabric? You have a discerning eye, sir. This is the latest Suzhou embroidery. One string of cash. Sir, what is this? This shop only accepts silver and copper coins. This paper, it was issued by the Imperial Bank. The banknote is equivalent to silver. If you do not believe me, take this to the bank across the street. You can exchange it for silver at any time. I shall go ask those two shortly. It really can be exchanged. Everyone, look, they really did exchange it for hard cash. Your Majesty, these are the capital's commercial accounts for this month. Since the implementation of paper currency, the volume of trade has doubled. Tax revenue has also increased by 30%. The people all say paper currency is convenient. It was my short-sightedness. Please punish me, Your Majesty. It is good that you acknowledge your mistake. There are 2 more months until the 10-point deadline. Continue monitoring it. Your servant obeys. Even the most stubborn Minister of Revenue has been convinced. Let's see who else dares to gossip. This is only the beginning. Once paper currency is promoted nationwide, Daki's commerce will become even more prosperous. The lives of the people will also continue to improve. Your Majesty, your subject Yuben submits this report. The 3-month trial period for the Imperial Silver Bank has concluded. The results have been remarkable. Within these 3 months of the trial, the commercial transaction volume in the capital has doubled. Commercial tax revenue has increased by 56%. The total circulation of paper currency has reached 500,000 yuan. There has not been a single instance of a run on the banks. The people of neighboring counties have jointly petitioned to expand the trade routes. They have even traveled to the capital specifically to exchange for it. This is impossible. How could a piece of waste paper be more popular than real gold and silver? It must be that the Ministry of Revenue has forged the accounts to deceive Your Majesty. Forgery. See for yourself. Every transaction, every fingerprint. The bank stubs are clear and detailed. Should there be any falsehood, I shall forfeit my head to you. 3 months ago, you ministers vowed it was an abomination, claiming it would bring chaos to the realm. Does anyone have anything further to say now? Your Majesty is wise. It was we ministers who were short-sighted. We are utterly convinced. I am humbled and convinced. We acknowledge our error. Since the trial has been a success, it shall be implemented nationwide effective immediately. The Royal Bank and paper currency shall operate independently. You must ensure paper currency is in circulation nationwide within 3 months. As you command, Your Majesty. Power. I leave the nationwide implementation entirely in your hands. Your servant obeys the decree. Father, look, they are all completely stunned by you now. That goes without saying. Your father has weathered many great storms in the modern world. A trivial matter like this cannot stump me. However, this is merely the beginning. There is much to be done hereafter. We must make the great banner increasingly powerful, and ensure the common folk live prosperous lives. Today, we shall not discuss the 4 books and 5 classics, nor shall we discuss poetry and prose. I shall teach you a discipline that can enrich the nation, and ensure the common folk have enough to eat, economics. Simply put, it is the study of how to make money. how to spend money, and how to make money beget money. This is known as supply and demand. Take grain as an example. During a harvest, when grain is plentiful and buyers are few, the price drops. When yields are low and demand is high, the price rises. Your Majesty, if the government forces a high price, and what of it? A good question, this concerns market intervention. But when faced with natural laws, forced intervention is often counterproductive. Next, let us discuss management. A nation is like a large corporation. The emperor is the chairman of the board. The officials are the employees. To govern well, one must have KPIs. Your Majesty, what is a KPI? For example, if a local official increases grain production this year by 10%, they are rewarded. If they succeed, they are rewarded. If they fail, they are punished. Your Majesty, how is this character read? This subject only recognizes the character TI. This is also TI. It is called a simplified character. It is written quickly to save time. You may use them when taking notes. Your Majesty, what are these scribbles you've written? This servant cannot recognize a single one. If you don't understand, don't ask. Just focus on serving your tea. That is all for today. Next lesson, we shall discuss the laws. Go back and reflect on this. Which laws of the Daki are unfair to women? We will discuss them one by one next time. Your subjects obey your decree. These female officials, they are the future hope of Daki. One day, they will change this era. They will allow all women under heaven to live with dignity. A woman actually daring to manage the Ministry of Revenue's land surveys. What a joke. I heard she's from a farming family. How many words could she possibly know? Do not miscalculate the accounts, or everyone will lose their official posts. Lady Sue. This is the accounts for the grain transport from last year, which no one has been able to clear up for half a year. If you can make sense of these, you have real talent. Hidden within these books are bad debts from embezzlement by the warehouse keepers. Even seasoned veterans would struggle to audit them. We shall see how you, a young girl, retreat in the face of difficulty. Well, Lady Sue, have you cleared them up? If you cannot do it, just say so early on. Do not waste our time here. Indeed, a woman should just go home and do embroidery. Auditing is not work for the likes of you. Vice Minister, I have already cleared up the accounts. Last year, the grain transport suffered a total deficit of 32,000 taels of silver, of which 8,000 taels were embezzled by the three warehouse keepers in collusion. This is the evidence of the falsified accounts. And here are the records of the stolen spoils. Lady Sue, thank you so very much. This official Luo has been weighing us down for half a year. I never expected you to clear this up in just 3 days. And you even rooted out the corrupt vermin. You have done well, Qingwei. I knew you would not disappoint me. It is all thanks to your guidance, Your Highness, and His Majesty's. Had it not been for the bookkeeping methods taught by His Majesty, I would not have been able to organize the accounts so quickly. It is your own talent and dedication. I leave the accounts of the Ministry of Works in your capable hands. I trust you will manage the national treasury well, and ensure not a single coin is wasted. This subject shall not fail Your Highness's trust. Guchen colluded with corrupt merchants, forcibly seized civilian farmland, and coerced Liang Weichong, sentence him for all his crimes combined. The entire Gu family is to be exiled to Ningguda. You are forbidden from returning to the capital for the rest of your life. I will not stop him. I am the matriarch of the Marquis estate. Let me go. Enough of your nonsense. Keep shouting, and I'll gag you. Look, that's Marquis Yongwen, Guchenza. You beast, why didn't you think of that when you seized my land? Today, by what right do you throw things at me? It's all Guchen's fault. It has nothing to do with me. Bah! You vile woman. If you hadn't seduced him, would he have done so many evil deeds? This is your retribution. Such sin. This is truly a disaster. How did my Gu family end up in such a state? It's all your fault. If it weren't for you insisting every day that Gu Chensa should divorce Shen Yan, how did we end up in such a state? It is all your fault, you old wretch, you ungrateful ingrate. How I once served you. How dare you scold me? Enough. Stop bickering. It is deafening. I am telling you, if you hadn't badmouthed Shen Yan in front of him, would he have treated Shen Yan that way? Look at us now. Off to Ningoda to die. Move along. Stop dawdling. After all the glory and wealth, look at this wretched state. What kind of food is this? I am the matriarch of the Marquis Manor. How can I eat such things? I am hungry. I want roast duck. What, matriarch? You are nothing but an exiled convict now. Be grateful you have food to eat. If you dare cause trouble again, you won't even have steamed buns. Wan Yue, help me up for a walk. My legs are numb. Carry me for a while. Why should I carry you? I can barely walk myself. You are a daughter-in-law of the Gu family. You are supposed to serve me. At the Marquis estate, you served me every day. Why can't you do it now? The past is the past. You are no longer the matriarch, and I am no longer your daughter-in-law. Walk yourself, I'm not serving an old hag like you. Chungsa, look at her. How dare she speak to me like that? Discipline her. Let him go. Guan Yue, say less. She is elderly, just indulge her a little. What's the harm in carrying her a few steps? I won't carry Gu Chungsa. Have you no conscience? If it weren't for your incompetence, how would we have ended up in this state? I've suffered and endured hardship following you, and now you want me to serve him. Not a chance. I'm incompetent. Who was it that cried and begged to marry me? Who was it that goaded me into divorcing Shen Yan? Now that things have gone wrong, you blame it all on me. If you hadn't badmouthed Shen Yan every day, saying he wasn't good enough for you, would I have been goaded into divorcing him? I must have been blind to fall for a good-for-nothing like you. You can't even protect your own wife, and you've dragged me into exile with you. You bitch, stop. If you dare cause any more trouble, I'll tie you to the back of the cart and drag you. Why is my life so miserable? A piece of trash like you. Gu Chunsa, Lin Wanyue, and the Shao woman. By the emperor's decree, you three shall serve hard labor here. You are forbidden from returning to the capital for life. Lu Guanshi, take them and arrange their quarters and duties. This is where you will live from now on. Rise at dawn, finish your chores, and collect your rations. Those who fail to finish will go hungry. Gu Chunsa, you are to chop 500 catties of firewood daily, and irrigate 3 mu of potato fields. Gu Zhao, you are to mend 5 tattered soldier uniforms daily. Lin Wanyue, you are in charge of feeding the pigs, and cleaning the pigsties. Ensure all 30 pigs are fed every day. What? You want me to feed pigs? I will not do such filthy work. If you don't work, you don't eat. This is not the Marquis estate. Either work or starve. Don't even think about running. There are wolves and bears in these woods. If you dare to flee, not a single soul left in the Gu family will survive. How are we to live like this? I cannot bear to stay in a place like this for even a single day. As the Marchioness, all I ever wanted was to be the Marchioness. Yet here I am, ending up in a place like this feeding pigs. Do not lose heart. Shen Yan is just angry for the moment. Once his anger subsides, he will surely remember our past affection and take us back. After all, we were husband and wife for 3 years. He He cannot be that heartless. Past affection. Gu Chengza, stop dreaming. He is the future empress now. How could he possibly remember a former husband like you? What do you know? I am certain that he still has a place for me in his heart. Otherwise, he would have killed us already. Why go to the trouble of exiling us? Just you wait, it won't be long now. An imperial decree will come from the capital to fetch us. When that time comes, we shall return to a life of luxury. Chengza, are you telling the truth? Will Shen Yan really come to take us back? Of course it's true. Mother, have no fear. It won't be long. We will be able to return to the capital. It's all because of that wretch beside him. I've been beaten black and blue because of her. Why have you only gathered so little? If you don't gather 500 catties of firewood today, neither of us will get anything to eat. What's the rush? We still have the whole afternoon. Shen Yan will come to take us back sooner or later. What is a little suffering now? Not this again. Gu Chengza, can you wake up to reality? We have been here for half a month already. We haven't even caught a glimpse of the capital. Shen Yan is now the exalted crown princess. How could she possibly remember you, her former husband? What do you know? She must still have me in her heart. Otherwise, why didn't she just kill us back then? Exiling us to Negura was her way of leaving us a path to survive. When I go back, the first thing I will do is to deal with everyone who looked down on me. I will make Wang Yushe and those people pay the price. You are dreaming. Do you think she's still the Shen Yan who would let you beat and scold her? In her eyes, you are worth less than an ant. Shut your mouth. Go ahead, strike me. Strike me dead. I have no desire to live anyway. Following a good-for-nothing like you, I'll end up dying in this god-forsaken place sooner or later. You haven't finished chopping the firewood. There are only these two left today. You would surely come to pick me up. You definitely would. Your Highness, congratulations. The Eastern Palace has been completely renovated. His Majesty has sent me to invite you to inspect it. If there is anything you are unsatisfied with, I shall have it altered immediately. Truly, to build this Eastern Palace for you, the workers have been toiling day and night. Father will take you to see it. I guarantee you will like it. How is it? Are you satisfied? Satisfied. I am very satisfied. I had the craftsmen make this simple shower. The water is heated and flows through copper pipes into the wooden tub. This way, no one has to carry water bucket by bucket anymore. This is a spring bed. I had the craftsman use iron wire to make the springs, then covered it with linen and cotton. It's much more comfortable to sleep on than a hard bed. Dad, you are amazing. I thought that here in ancient times, I would never be able to sleep on a spring bed again. As long as you like it, I can make anything for you, my child. I had this swing specially made for you. You loved swinging when you were little. Back then, I was too busy with work and rarely had time to play with you. Now, I will make up for everything I owe you. Dad. Thank you, you silly girl. Why be so formal with your father? From now on, this place is your home, no matter what happens. Father will always be your strongest support. From this day forward, I am no longer that helpless, abandoned wife of the Marquis estate. I have my father. I have the Eastern Palace. And I have the entire empire of Great Shi. Bauer, you spent all day in the palace handling state affairs. You must be bored to death. Today, Father will take you out for a stroll. Let's see how the people of our Great Chi are faring. That sounds wonderful. In the past, collecting copper coins meant carrying several pounds by the end of the day. Now, you can just tuck them in your pocket. There is no longer any fear of being robbed. You see, As long as it benefits the people, they will always accept it. Why aren't they attending school? Miss, you must be from the city. In this god-forsaken backwater, there are no schools to be found. Even if there were, the tuition would be exorbitant. How could we ever afford it? Ha ha. 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 Is this the tax? Official, the harvest was poor this year. We truly cannot afford to pay the tax. Please, grant us a few more days. Grant a delay. Can imperial taxes be delayed? If you don't pay now, I'll seize your ox. Your Majesty, Your Highness, you have verified that the village head, Li Sheng, is colluding with the constables, arbitrarily imposing extra taxes on the populace. This is an egregious offense. This is preposterous. Convey my imperial decree. Immediately apprehend Li Sheng and his cohorts for investigation. Order the return of all excess taxes collected. Conduct a thorough investigation nationwide into anyone collecting private taxes. Punish them all severely without exception. This commoner pays respects to Your Majesty, paying respects to Her Imperial Highness, the Crown Princess. Everyone, please rise. We failed to manage our subordinates properly. You have all been wronged. Such things will never happen again. Father, I once thought that once the new policy was implemented, everyone would be able to live a good life. But today, I realize there are still so many commoners who cannot even afford food, clothing, or education. Reform cannot be achieved overnight. All we can do is take it one step at a time. As long as we keep the people in our hearts, the Great Chi will surely become better and better. Father, I wish to establish modern schools across the nation, so that all children, regardless of their background, regardless of gender, may attend school for free. Sound education is the foundation of a nation. Only by enlightening the people can the country become truly strong. We must teach not only the classics, but also mathematics, agriculture, and science. We need to cultivate talent capable of practical work. I share the same thought. I intend to put Su Qinghue in full charge of the preparations. He comes from a farming family and understands the common people best. Convey my imperial decree. Allocate 1,000,000 taels of silver and appoint Su Qinghue as chief superintendent of schools. The first batch of schools must open within 3 months. Students, today we shall learn the first character, person. We are all born equal. There is no distinction between high and low, noble or base. As long as one is willing to work hard, anyone can become a pillar of the nation. Passerby, add the oil. What are you thinking about? It is nothing. I just think the sunshine is lovely today. Your Majesty, as of yesterday, 50 new style schools have opened across the nation. Over 3,000 children have been enrolled. Commissioner Su is currently preparing the second phase. We expect to open another 100 schools by year's end. Father Emperor, summon the imperial physician at once. Summon the imperial physician. How is it? Is His Majesty's health in danger? Your Highness, His Majesty's condition is due to prolonged exhaustion, coupled with excessive worry, resulting in a severe deficiency of qi and blood. If he does not recuperate properly, it may lead to chronic illness. Or even, please, stop forcing yourself. From today on, you shall remain in the palace to recover. Leave the state affairs to me. Your health is of the utmost importance. I beg your majesty to heed the crown princess and rest well. Please take care of your imperial health, your majesty. Very well, I shall listen to you all. Starting from today, routine state affairs shall be handled by the crown princess. Only major matters are to be reported to me. Take good care of His Majesty. If anything happens, report to me immediately. I cannot collapse yet. I still cannot afford to collapse. Always ignoring Dandan. Bao cannot handle this. The abdication must be moved up. We must clear the obstacles for him. Your Highness, the governor of Jiangnan reported that relentless rain has triggered massive flooding. It has submerged over a dozen prefectures and counties. Hundreds of thousands of people are now homeless. I implore you to allocate funds for disaster relief. But to release such a large sum all at once, I fear it will affect other expenditures. Besides, given the past incidents of corruption and extortion, the lives of the people are more important than anything else. Issue an order to release 1 million taels from the national treasury immediately. Lu Ruyan, you shall lead a team of female officials. Head to Jiangnan to oversee the disaster relief efforts. Does Minister Lu understand disaster relief? He does not understand disaster relief, but he understands the law. I grant him the authority to execute before reporting anyone found guilty of corruption or extortion, regardless of their rank. Execute them all on the spot. This subject obeys your command. Transport 100,000 pickles of grain. Call upon every household to donate money and supplies. Ensure everything is done swiftly and accurately. Your Highness, it is already so late. Please have something to eat first. His Majesty is still waiting for you at the Hall of Mental Cultivation. Very well, I understand. Come over once you are finished. There's the fish you love most. What is wrong? Are you exhausted? A little. I used to think it was easy watching Father review the memorials. Only now do I realize every stroke of the brush holds countless lives in the balance. The pressure is immense. That is the price of power. But you handled the disaster relief extremely well today. Even I have to applaud you. Truly. Of course, my daughter was born to be an emperor. Once you've thoroughly familiarized yourself with everything, I can rest assured and entrust this empire to you. It won't be long now. Just give me a little more time. I will ensure Bauer's ascension proceeds smoothly. Your Highness, the garrison commander of Nigota has sent a secret missive, reporting on the status of the Gu family in Beijing. Gu Chengsa has been listless in his duties daily, and has had his rations docked multiple times. He tells everyone that Your Highness is merely angry for the moment, and will eventually issue a decree to summon him back to the capital. As for the imperial consort, Lin Wanyu resides in separate quarters from him, and they bicker day after day. The old madam weeps incessantly, and her health is failing day by day. The imperial consort. He certainly thinks highly of himself. Lu Zheng replied to the garrison commander of Niguda. Tell him to convey this to Gu Chengsa. Tell him to give up that foolish thought. I, Shen Yan, would rather marry a pig or a dog than ever marry a man as ungrateful and cold-blooded as him. Tell him to stay in Ningota and work hard. Stop living in a fantasy. Your servant obeys your decree. And tell the guards, if Gu Chengsa dares to spout nonsense or incite the people again, there is no need to keep him alive. It must be near. He has finally softened his heart. He is coming to take me home. General, has an imperial decree arrived from the capital? Is Shen Yan coming to take me home? There is no imperial decree. There's only a message from Her Highness the Crown Princess. What message? Her Highness said to give up that foolish thought. Even if she were to marry a pig or a dog in this life, she would never marry someone as ungrateful and heartless as you. Focus on your labor reform. Do not harbor any more unrealistic fantasies. No, it's impossible. He must still be angry with me. Deep down, he must still care for me. Guchengsa, stop deceiving yourself. Her Highness is now the future Empress. She is surrounded by countless talented men. Why would she ever fancy a disgraced prisoner like you? Wake up. Ah. R. Isn't that the former Marquis of Yangon? He's been acting as if he's possessed lately. He doesn't even care for his own life anymore. This Guchengsa. He wouldn't even carry water in the past. Now you've become nothing but a block of wood that only knows how to toil. Time to eat. Guchengsa, are you satisfied now? Your dream of becoming the imperial consort is shattered. Shen Nian never wants to see you again. We are going to rot in this god-forsaken place for the rest of our lives. Say something. Have you been struck dumb? It's all your fault. If you hadn't insisted on divorcing Shen Nian, I wouldn't have ended up in this state today. I could have lived a life of luxury and comfort. You have ruined me. Have you finished your bickering? If you're done, go to sleep. We have to wake up early to work tomorrow. Ah, 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 ah. There is no hope left. Absolutely no hope at all. Your Highness, please look. These are corn and potatoes brought from the western regions. And there are sweet potatoes introduced from Nanyang. After half a year of trial planting, their yields are more than triple that of wheat. Moreover, they are highly resistant to poor soil. If they can be promoted nationwide, would it not resolve the hunger of the common people? Most certainly. With these high-yield crops, no one will ever starve again. Immediately allocate 500,000 taels of silver from the Ministry of Revenue to establish 100 agricultural experiment stations across the nation. Organize staff to compile a treatise on agriculture and sericulture. Clearly document the planting methods, fertilization techniques, and pest control measures. Distribute them to the people free of charge. I obey your command. Are those strange things even edible? What if they ruin the fields? The whole family is going to starve to death. Our ancestors have grown wheat for thousands of years. Why should we switch to these foreign crops? Her Imperial Highness the Crown Princess decrees. Anyone who plants the new crops, the Imperial Court shall provide seeds and farm tools for free. Should the harvest be poor, the Imperial Court will compensate for all losses. If the court is offering compensation, let's give it a try. Good heavens, this is far too much. We used to harvest 800 catties of wheat per moo. These potatoes yielded over 3,000 catties. What a treasure! It's delicious whether boiled or roasted. It can even be ground into flour for noodles. Dear guests, try some freshly roasted potatoes. They are very sweet. Elder, how was this year's harvest? Excellent, truly excellent. The potatoes harvested this year are enough to feed my family for 3 years. We owe it all to Her Imperial Highness the Crown Princess. Without him, we would not have such good days. We cannot go on like this any longer. The lives of the common people are lives too. Father, I wish to establish imperial hospitals across the entire realm, providing medical care to the common people free of charge. This is a magnificent idea. In the modern era, everyone can afford medical treatment. It should be the same in this ancient age. Hear my imperial decree. Allocate 2 million taels of silver. Establish the first imperial general hospital in the capital. Build branch hospitals in every prefecture and clinics in every county. Furthermore, establish a medical academy in the capital to train doctors and nurses. Is it truly free of charge? Could this be a scam? Please, save my child. I beg you, save my child. Do not panic, it is merely measles. Eldest sister, this medicine should be taken 3 times a day. You must also use physical cooling methods for the child. Let me show you how. Thank you, Your Highness, the Imperial Crown Princess. Thank you, Your Majesty. It was you who saved my child. How are you feeling now, Elder? This commoner pays respects to the Imperial Crown Princess. Please, no need for formalities. Quickly, lie back down and focus on your recovery. The Imperial Court will cover all medical expenses. You will surely recover. Your Highness, you are truly a living bodhisattva. The weather is turning cold, take care not to catch a chill. What are you thinking about? It is nothing. I just feel that everything we have done is worth it. Indeed, as long as we can ensure the people live a good life, no amount of sacrifice is too great. Your Majesty, Your Highness, this is dire. A report from the northern border. The Dada state has mobilized an army of 100,000. They have already breached 2 of our Daki border cities. 100,000 iron cavalry. Burning, killing, and pillaging. Lu Zhengfan, hear my decree. Order the Ministry of War, Lu Bu, the Ministry of Revenue, and the court's veteran generals to come to the Taiji Hall immediately for a council. As Your Majesty commands. My loyal subjects, the Dada barbarians have waged war without cause and are terrorizing our people. Tell me, how shall we respond, Your Majesty? I request to lead the charge. How can our Daki suffer this insult in silence? Your Majesty, I believe that is ill-advised. The Dada cavalry is fierce. Furthermore, the terrain is treacherous. Our army consists mostly of infantry. A reckless confrontation would likely result in heavy losses. The general's words are prudent. We should prioritize defense, reinforce our positions and wait for an opportunity to counterattack. I understand your concerns, but the Dada are bullies who fear the strong. The more we retreat, the more they will encroach upon us. The humiliations of the past, I will never allow them to repeat. Only through iron-fisted measures can we ensure the safety of our people. Minister of War, immediately mobilize 50,000 troops to head north and support Cheng State. The general is already responsible for coordinating provisions and armaments. Minister of Revenue, allocate 1 million taels for disaster relief and military supplies. We obey your command. Father, the frontier is treacherous. You must be careful. Rest assured, Father has weathered storms far greater than this. It is the court affairs that will require much of your attention. Father, please rest assured, I will surely hold the court steady and manage the rear well, so that you have no worries behind you. A great battle concerning the peace of the Daki borders is about to begin. My decision is made. I shall lead the expedition in person to quell the Dada rebellion. During my absence, the Crown Princess shall oversee the state. Should anyone defy her orders, they shall be treated as traitors. We obey the imperial decree. Bauer. It is your first time overseeing the state, do not be nervous. Most of the veteran ministers are loyal. Consult General Shanbua and Su Qingyue often. If anyone dares to stir up trouble, disobeying orders, have Lu Sheng lead the Jinui to seize them immediately. Execute first and report later. Father, rest assured, I will hold the imperial court steady. I will uphold our banner. I will ensure the supplies are sent on time. Awaiting your triumphant return. Depart. Your Highness is still young. I fear you do not grasp the difficulties of coordinating provisions. Perhaps it is best to leave it to this old minister to manage. It would spare your Highness the worry. Vice Minister, His Majesty has decreed, provisions concern the lives of our soldiers. I grant you 3 days to present a concrete plan. Should you fail to complete it on time, do not blame me for upholding the law. I obey. Your subject obeys the decree. Father, you must take care of your health. Pacify the Dada as soon as possible, and return safely. Father, I will guard this place well. I will never retreat. Your Majesty, the Dada have gone too far. They insult the Prime Minister every day. Allow this general to lead the troops out to fight. When two armies face each other, winning the heart is the priority. The more they clamor, the more it shows they are anxious for a quick battle. Lu Zheng, the night is dark and the moon is hidden. How is the training of those 2,000 elites going? Your Majesty, they are all battle-ready and await your command. I intend to lead men to cut off their supplies and water source. Destroy the water source and withdraw. Your Majesty, the rumors have been spread. The various tribes of the Dada were never united to begin with. Now that their provisions are destroyed, they are suspicious of one another. Many have already deserted the camp in secret. Reinforcements arrive. Convey my imperial decree. The entire army shall advance to reclaim our territory, reclaim our lands. Charge for the glory of Daki. Reclaim our lands. Reclaim our lands. Ah! Long live your Majesty. Your wisdom is unparalleled. 10,000 years. At last, we have restored the might of Daki. From now on, no one will dare invade Daki again. The border people can finally live in peace. The Daki army is sweeping through like a bamboo split. Our provisions are exhausted. If we do not sue for peace, our clan will be annihilated. If we sue for peace, will the Emperor of Daki spare us? Only by offering great tribute can the Han secure its foundation. Prepare gold, silver, and jewels, as well as cattle, sheep, and northern horses. Send the king's uncle to the great cavalry camp to seek peace and plead for his majesty's forgiveness. Pray accept these humble gifts, and I implore your majesty to cease hostilities, so we may remain allies forever. There is no such easy bargain in this world. When you slaughtered my people, did you ever spare a thought for them? If you seek peace, you must agree to 3 conditions. First, Dada must submit as a vassal and pay tribute. Second, you must cede the 3 northern grasslands. Third, send a son of the Han to the capital as a hostage. Humph, these terms are too harsh. This subject dares not decide. I grant you 10 days. If you do not agree after 10 days, I shall lead my army to trample your grasslands. Chen Huyen. Greetings to your Imperial Highness, the Crown Princess. Since Prince Huyen has arrived in the capital, settle in and make yourself at home. As long as you fulfill your promises, Daki will not mistreat you. But should you harbor any ulterior motives, you shall bear the consequences yourself. This subject understands and shall surely abide by my duty. Everything is well in the capital. The peace treaty has been finalized. We hope for your triumphant return and reunion soon. Send this post haste to the border. Your Majesty, the Crown Princess has handled affairs in the capital perfectly. All officials are pleased and convinced. Daki's borders are finally at peace. Ah! Your Highness. There are many pedestrians on the main street. Please pull your horses to a slower pace. Do not harm the common folk. How insolent! When I, a prince, gallop across the vast grasslands. When have I ever needed to heed others' looks? Humph, a mere Jing's Hoyin. How dare you block my path? You truly have a death wish. What an arrogant and overbearing prince of Huyan. Does he really take our great chief for his own grasslands? Does he truly think I, Shen Yan, am someone he can bully? Lu Sheng, take 20 of the Jinui. Head to the prince's residence at once, and tell Huyan, if he dares to let his men oppress the people again, or disturb the peace, I shall immediately order him driven out of the capital, annul the peace treaty, and send a great army to trample the Tatar. Your Highness, if the crown princess continues to act so recklessly, such an arrogant display, you will bear the consequences. This princess' memory. Take care, Lord Lu. Shen Ye of the Great Banner. To think you managed to defeat me. Is this how you humiliate a prince? You look down on me, you look down on us. One day, I will make you all pay the price. Father, you've finally returned. I missed you so much. Silly girl, father is back. You have suffered during this time. You did well while managing the state. Father has heard everything. So this is the legendary crown princess of Great Qi, truly a peerless beauty. If she could be brought back to the grasslands, she would make an exquisite plaything. Your Majesty of Great Qi, this prince has something to say. I wonder if it is appropriate to speak. Although the Dada have temporarily submitted, it is by no means of their own free will. If your Majesty would betroth the imperial crown princess to this prince, I shall return and persuade the Khan. We will never rise against you again. If your Majesty does not agree, once the Dada have recuperated and recovered, we may well march south again to settle the score with Daki. To think this prince is practically courting death. How bold and insolent, you madman. My daughter is the imperial crown princess of Daki, and the future monarch of Daki. How dare you be so presumptuous? Your Dada forces have invaded our borders and slaughtered the people of Daki. It was only out of consideration for the suffering of our two nations that I agreed to a peace treaty. And you, a mere prince, how dare you? Today, I shall warn you. If there's one more word of disrespect, I will immediately send my army north, raise your Dada royal court to the ground, and exterminate your entire clan. Convey my imperial decree. Expel Prince Huyang and his attendants from the capital immediately. They shall never set foot in Daki again for the rest of their lives. Reduce the Dada tribute by 3 years. Should Dada dare to make any insolent moves, I will immediately tear up the peace treaty and dispatch troops to crush them. No, Your Majesty, spare my life. Thank you, Your Majesty, for sparing my life. We obey your decree. We would never dare to challenge Your Majesty's supreme authority. Long live Your Majesty, long live, long live. Bao has wronged you. Father, I am fine. It is you who flew into such a rage right after returning. You must take care of your health. Have you heard? Even those savage tiger wolf troops were crippled. Prince Huyen was tossed out like a stray dog. Shoo, watch your tongue. We must keep a low profile. If General Shen's great Qi cavalry is provoked, they could trample our royal city by tomorrow. We pay our respects to the Emperor of Great Qi. Long live Your Majesty, long live forever. By the order of our sovereign, I am sent to pledge allegiance to Great Qi, and to serve as a vassal state. This is the prince of our land. We implore Your Majesty to take him in and educate him, in view of your sincere loyalty. Granted. But let us state this first. From this day forward, you must strictly observe the etiquette of the vassal states. You are forbidden from attacking one another. Furthermore, you must not collude in secret. Should any of you harbor ulterior motives, or profane the might of Great Qi, Dada shall serve as a warning to you all. Lu Zheng. Have all tributes delivered to the imperial treasury. See that the princes of each kingdom are well settled and strictly guarded. Do not fail in this. Your subject obeys your decree. From now on, nations shall come to pay homage. The world shall enjoy lasting peace. Indeed, with you and me, father and daughter, guarding this magnificent realm, it shall endure for eternity. Long live the Emperor of Great Qi, and long life to the imperial crown princess. Father, while Great Qi grows more powerful by the day, the common folk in remote provinces do not understand imperial decrees. Officials often deceive their superiors and oppress their subordinates. I wish to establish an official gazette to keep the common people informed of the imperial court's movements. Excellent idea, Bauer. This is a brilliant plan. In modern times, newspapers are the core of information dissemination. Establishing this gazette will ensure transparency and promote knowledge. It will help monitor officials, a move with many benefits. I hereby grant your request. You shall serve as the chief editor yourself. You must ensure the content is accurate and truthful. The content will be divided into 4 sections. First, imperial edicts. Second, regional news. Third, the planting techniques for new crops. Fourth, the dissemination of legal knowledge. We shall also include a column for letters from the people. I will personally review all their petitions. Look, the imperial court has issued a policy for the benefit of the people. So that is how to grow potatoes. There is finally hope for this year's harvest. It actually encourages the people to write in and report misconduct. From now on, I dare not act recklessly ever again. Bauer, you have done well. This Dibao is not merely a carrier of information. It is a bridge between the imperial court and the people. With it, the great Qi shall surely prosper further. I shall run the Dibao well, and I will not fail the expectations of you and the people. I will make the Dibao a vital force to protect the prosperity of great Qi and benefit the people. I should not have been so greedy. I should have followed you. Had I not married you in the first place, I would not have ended up in this wretched state. Chengse. The weather is turning cold, remember to wear an extra layer. As long as Shen Nian dies, everything in this Marquis estate will belong to us. My entire life. What was it all for? My child. It is all my fault. I have brought ruin upon our entire family. Dead. Then find a place and bury them. Today is not only Princess Shenyang's second birthday, it is also the grand day of the phoenix ceremony for the princess. Who could have imagined, the former foster father of the Marquis Manor would now become the true army of our great Qi. Today, I confer upon Shen Nian the title of the great Qi's sole crown princess. She shall be the sole heir to the throne of great Qi. When I have passed on in the future, Shen Nian shall ascend the throne as empress, to rule over the great Qi for 10,000 years. I hereby swear. I shall devote my life and efforts to governing this nation. Uncle Qingyao. To comfort the common people, and to rectify the imperial court, I must safeguard the peace of the Daki borders. Ensure every subject is well fed and warmly clothed, living in peace and contentment. I shall not fail my imperial father's entrustment. I shall not fail the hopes of the people. Long live His Imperial Highness, Huang Tailu. 10,000 years, Bauer. You have finally grown up. Capable enough to shoulder the realm of Daki. Hu Chengsa, this is the latest report from the capital. To help ease your boredom, she has actually become the imperial crown princess. Ah. You jinxed wench, get out of the Marquis estate at once. Sister, you might as well accept your fate. It was clearly bullying, how could she become the empress? If only I hadn't listened to Lin Wanyue. If I hadn't cultivated the divine sense, the one standing by his side, enjoying this glory and wealth, would be me. It's me who is separated. It's me. Yenner, wait for me. Yenner, I regret it so much. I truly regret it. Yenner, I am the imperial consort. I must return to the capital. I am to become the imperial consort, my lord. You know nothing. You must obey me most within the Marquis' estate. He loves me the most. He has sent men to fetch me, hurry. Sigh, truly mad. Guards, take this madman away. I must write a memorial to the capital immediately. Your Highness, that Guchungsha has fallen to such a state today. He brought it all upon himself. You need not trouble yourself over him. I know the suffering he has endured all these years. The hardships he faced were all deserved. Did you see that, original owner? Those who harmed you have finally faced justice. Shout song, relay my imperial decree. Find a secluded courtyard in the suburbs of Ninggu Earthen City. Send Guchungsha there. Assign someone to look after his daily needs. Ensure he receives treatment on time, but forbid him from leaving or seeing outsiders. Let him spend the rest of his life there. As you command, Your Majesty. Yenner, I am the imperial consort. Come and pick me up. I am the imperial consort. Let me out. Yenna is waiting for me. Father, you're coughing again. What did the imperial physician say? It's an old ailment. Bauer, sit down. Father has something to tell you. Bauer, my health is failing. I am no longer up to the task. I have decided to hold the enthronement ceremony in 3 months. And abdicate the throne to you. Father wishes to retire to Jiangnan. To properly enjoy my retirement. Father, no, I am not ready yet. There's still much for me to learn. Please wait a few more years. Wait until I am more mature and your health has improved. Could you please remain on the throne? Silly girl, you have already done very well. During this time, you have managed state affairs firmly, handled the unrest, and everything has been kept in perfect order. Even better than I did back then. I have been emperor for so many years. I am already exhausted. I want to go to Jiangnan to see the scenery. Sip some tea. And go fishing. Enjoying a few days of leisure. Very well, father. I promise you, I will surely govern the nation well. I will not let you down, nor will I let the people down. You must take good care of yourself in Jiangnan, and take your medicine on time. Rest assured, father will. As long as you govern Daki well, father will be at ease. From that day on, father began to gradually hand over state affairs. Shen Yan studied even harder, making thorough preparations for the upcoming enthronement. Great news! By imperial decree, the coronation ceremony will be held in 3 months. Crown Princess Shen Yan shall ascend the throne. Her Highness Shen Yan is to be our empress. We have something to look forward to now. Indeed, ever since His Highness Shen Yan implemented the agricultural reforms, our family's harvest has doubled this year. Move faster, everyone. This is the enthronement ceremony. There can be no room for error. Ensure the orientation is precise, and the patterns must be flawless. Bauer, it is getting late. You will ruin your health if you keep working. Father, I am not tired. Thinking of the vast empire I must protect after ascending the throne, I always feel I have not done enough. To be an emperor, beyond diligence, one must also learn the art of balance. You must appease some, and keep others in check. During the enthronement ceremony, this posture. Keep your back straight. This is the backbone of the great Qi. Three months passed in the blink of an eye. Have you heard? His Majesty's mind is made up. The coronation will proceed as scheduled in 3 months. Considering how Her Highness Shen Yan founded this nation, we were truly blind before, to have dared to question her. Let us go quickly. If we arrive late, I fear we shall be marked by Her Highness. We offer our greetings to the Crown Princess. Congratulations to Your Highness on your upcoming ascension to take the helm of the Daki Empire. Your Highness possesses both virtue and talent. You are wise and decisive. deeply loved by the people. You are truly the best candidate for the throne of Daki. Shendengyuan pledges his life to your service, Your Highness. I shall assist you in governing this great Daki empire well. You look down on me because I am a woman. You have conspired together to depose me. And now, seeing His Majesty leading the imperial army against Dasheng, the matter is settled. Now they begin to fawn and curry favor. You may rise, Princess. I thank you all for your congratulations. And I thank you for your loyalty. I am aware that you all had many doubts about me before, and much dissatisfaction. However, considering that you are all of the imperial lineage and subjects of the great Daki, I shall let the past be bygones. From this day forward, so long as you remain law-abiding, and serve me with loyalty, and serve the great Qin, I shall treat you well. But should anyone dare to harbor ulterior motives, or plot in secret, I shall not show any mercy. Tonight, we pledge our souls under the blade. We shall surely remain law-abiding, Your Majesty. Subduing the imperial clan is only the first step. This realm must become even better. Once you are before Her Highness, you must appear humble and respectful. If a marriage alliance can be secured, our nation shall be guaranteed a century of peace. We have been sent by the sovereigns of our respective lands to congratulate the Crown Princess of Daki on her ascension. Long live Your Highness! Rise, envoys. I thank the sovereigns for their good intentions. Daki wishes to coexist in peace with all nations, and to walk this path together forever. Your Highness, our sovereign is deeply moved by your brilliance. He wishes to send his prince to the capital for a marriage alliance. Your Highness, our nation shares the same desire. May our two nations be forever bound in matrimonial ties, and live in friendship for generations to come. I thank you all for your sovereign's deep favor. However, as I have only just ascended the throne, my only wish is to focus on governing the state, and bringing peace to the people. I have no time to consider personal matters for now. I ask the envoys for your understanding. We understand, Your Majesty. We dare not force the issue. Your Highness, the envoys have been escorted to the guest house to rest. The intentions of these nations are merely out of fear of Daki's current power. I must continue to strive for more in the future, so that the prestige of Daki may spread even further. Power. Tomorrow you shall ascend the throne. You will become the Empress of Daki. After your ascension, you must remember, as an emperor, one cannot be too soft-hearted, nor can one be too merciful. To those ministers who are obedient and loyal, you must promote those who are capable. But as for those who disobey, engage in covert rebellion, or oppress the common people, you must deal with them firmly. Show no leniency whatsoever. Be calm and decisive in handling state affairs. Do not let your emotions sway your judgment. Listen to the counsel of your ministers, but always rely on your own discernment. The peace of the borders, and the hardships of the people, you must always keep this in your heart. Father, I understand. Rest assured, If you were to leave, what would I do when I encounter difficulties? You silly girl. I know. I will surely be well by tomorrow. What sort of difficulty? There will always be someone who supports me forever. Always protect me. Today, I formally abdicate the throne of Daki to the crown princess, Shen Nian. From this day forward, Shen Nian shall be the emperor of Daki, holding the realm of Daki in her hands. May all the people pay homage. May the officials pay tribute for 10,000 generations. Historians, record the rights. Long live Her Majesty, long live. Long live Her Majesty, long live. Long live Her Majesty. From an abandoned wife of a marquis estate to the crown princess. And now, to the empress regnant. This path, paved with thorns, I have finally completed it. I now have the power to protect everything I wish to protect. All officials, rise. Envoys of all nations, rise. Now that I have ascended the throne, I shall fulfill my duties with utmost devotion. Respect Uncle Qingyao, comfort the common people, rectify the court's discipline. I intend to implement new policies, so that all the people of the Qi may be well fed and warmly clothed, and live in peace and contentment. May the realm of the Qi endure for 10,000 generations, prosperous and thriving. Long live Her Majesty, long live, 10,000 years. Long live, 10,000 years. From then on, the Qi welcomed its first female emperor, ushering in an unprecedented golden age, with an upright and enlightened court, and a people living in peace. The prestige of the Qi shall spread across the world, and I shall be remembered by posterity forever.